Yes, sir.
Is it with me? Yeah. Now
Yes, sir.
we are going to discuss about Spring Core. It is same like your core Java. Now we are going to build a Java console-based application. By using Core, what kind of application we can build? Console-based application.
Application.
If you take Spring MVC, okay, we can build web-based application. But keep in mind this, almost we are done. Just I'm going to explain to this all things by using Spring Framework. That's it. You guys are with me? Now first which module
Yes, sir.
we are going to learn now?
Spring
Spring
Core.
Core. Okay, we are going to discuss about Spring Core module. Now what kind of application we are going to build? Console-based application. Is that clear now? As part of console-based
Yes, sir.
application, now already I told you, we can create a project with Maven, without Maven. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now onwards, I'm going to use only the Maven project. Right. Step 1, create a Maven project. Create Maven project. It is step 1. Just try to understand this. If you want to note down, please note down clearly step-by-step points. You are not noting to the points. Okay. Step 2, adding required libraries, required dependencies. Required dependencies. Is it clear now? Adding required dependencies. Third step, creating a Java class. Okay. Fourth one, creating a Spring configuration file. Spring configuration file. Look at now. Spring configuration file. We are calling it's called XML file. The last one is test class. Test class. These are the minimum steps we need to follow for one class. Minimum things. You understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now. Okay. Coming to the adding required libraries. Yesterday in the last class already I told you we are going to add only one library. That library is called Spring Dependency. That's called Spring Context. Whenever you add the Spring Context, will it add only one library or multiple libraries?
Multiple.
Multiple. Okay. It's downloading all dependent jar files also, right? Yesterday I showed you 6 jar files. You remember?
Yes, sir.
File, new. Now tell me, we are going for other. Yes or no? Okay.
Maven.
Just type
Maven
Maven.
project.
Which one you are going to take now? Maven project.
Maven
Maven
project.
project.
Next.
Next.
So Maven project. Next. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't select anything. Just go for default options here. Now are you able to see which one you are going to take? Quick start, web
Web
app.
app.
Now which one you want now?
Quick start.
Quick start. Because we are
Start.
going for console based application, we need to select quick start. Murali, Ajay, you are following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Com.info means the package name. Artifact ID means, okay, it's a project name. I'm going to give the Spring Core. Okay. By default, the combination of these two becomes a package. So I'm going to remove this one. This is only com.info. Okay. Finish. Now it's going to create one project now. The project name is called Spring Core. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it's going to maintain its own project structure. Yeah. If you expand this, are you able to see src/main/java? All Java files we are going to place in this location now. By default, one file came now, app.java with main method.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's one app.java by default will come. You guys are with me? Now come to the test.
Yes, sir.
Com.info test class, but I'm not focusing on this test. Leave this test. Maven dependencies, which one by default came? JUnit came. Now which file we are morely focusing on this? Pom.xml. Yes or no? In the pom.xml, what we are adding? We are adding the dependencies here.
Yes, sir.
You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We are adding dependencies. Okay. But now I'm not focusing on these all things. Even I'm not focusing on the app.java. I'm going to close that. Yeah. I'm deleting this app.java. Delete. Okay, right. Look at now. I'm going to create a simple class called employee class. Okay, com.info. I can say core. My class name is called employee. After this, I'm creating one class called employee class. Okay, the employee class is going to write one method. I'm going to do this package. I don't want this. Okay, there is a class called employee class. In this employee class, public void. Okay, you guys are with me? Okay, just let it be. It's an employee class. Public void print employee. Yeah, tell me. I want to call this method from another class. What do you want? How you will call?
With the
Object.
Creating an object and we are going to call. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Printing employee. Okay, just try to understand this. Right click, new class. My class name is called test employee. Okay, it's now com.info.test. It was in the test. I can say client finish. It's a test employee. Is it clear now? Now it's a main method. It's a main method. Please try to okay, practice these things from today, guys. You're not practicing all the things. Tell me, create an object for the employee, new employee. Is it clear now? Employee dot print employee. Will it be called?
Employee.
Yes or no?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Will it be called? Yes. Okay, now it's going to execute employee class print employee method. Are you able to see printing employee came now?
yeah,
You guys are
Yes,
with
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, without creating, we should not create an object. Okay, I want to call that employee class method. That is the approach we are going to follow now. Okay, now whenever we are creating an object for the employee class object in the test employee, there is a full dependency will be there. There's a dependency will be there between employee class and test employee class. Test employee class. We want to remove the dependency. We want to remove the dependency by using the concept like dependency injection. The Spring majorly focusing on two words, guys. One is called dependency injection. D stands for dependency injection. Keep in mind this. Dependency injection. What is the meaning of dependency injection? Instead of creating at our place, we are creating in some other location and injecting into my location. Okay. The second one is called IOC. IOC stands for inversion of controller. Controller container. Is it clear now? Inversion of controller container. It looks like a server. Spring internally will use one container, one server. The server is called IOC container in order to implement dependency injection. Dependency injection. The Spring majorly focusing on two words. Okay, because of these two things, Spring become very popular. One is called dependency injection. Second one is called IOC container. Am I clear? Okay, you will understand slowly what is that. What is those things? Okay, now I'm going to be the Spring core demo. Now look at now. Okay, if you want to call the employee class print employee method, we are creating an object and we are calling, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but our intention, my intention is we don't want to create an object but we want to call the method. Instead of creating an object, we are going to get an object from other location and we are going to access that. Okay, in order to achieve these all things, we need to implement Spring framework first. Spring framework. Now, if you want to implement a Spring framework, go to the pom.xml. First, we need to add the required libraries, dependencies. Go to the Maven dependencies, MVN repository. You're going for MVN repository. This already you know. Take the Spring context. Okay, just click on the Spring context. System is slow. Okay. Spring context. Spring context 4.3.1. I'm taking the 4 latest version. You guys are with me? I'm adding the
Yes,
dependency.
sir.
Whatever you want to go with this. Look at now. We are adding in between dependencies. Copy this, paste it here now, refresh. Save it. Once you save it, after the Maven dependencies here. Okay, how many dependencies we added? Only one dependency, but how many jar files came here now? Look at now. 6 jar files.
Many options.
In
6
fact,
options.
major jar files are Spring Core, Spring Beans, okay, Spring Context. You guys
Context.
with me? The remaining all are
Yes, sir.
supporting jar files that we need to add first. Okay, that's your second step. First step is creating the project. Second step is adding required dependencies. Third step also we are done. We have to call Java class. The Java class called employee class. Is it okay? Then we need to create one Spring configuration file. What is the Spring configuration file? That's called XML file. Okay, right click on the SRC main Java. Okay, right click on this, new, go to the other. There is an option is called XML. Okay, XML file. Next. Okay, next. XML file. Next. Okay, now next look at now. Here I'm going to write simple Spring. Any file name. The file name can be anything. You guys are with me? I return Spring. I return Spring. Next. Next. Finish. Are you able to see one XML file is created now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one XML file is created. What is the XML file?
Spring.xml.
It can be anything also. Yes or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
Spring.xml. But already in the last class I told you, whenever you are writing the XML document, either we need to follow the rules of DTD or we need to follow the rules of schema. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is that with me? Right. Google.
Yes, sir.
Look at now. I'm going for Spring configuration file. Spring configuration file. Just click
Configuration
on
file.
this. Okay. Now here there will be some schema. Spring is going to follow some schema. Just copy that schema. Look at now. Okay, this is schema. The root tag is called beans. The root tag is called beans. Vijay, you are following?
Yeah.
Yeah, the root tag is called beans. This is a schema location where it is available. Spring Beans 3.0 XSD. XSD stands for XML schema definition. The root tag is called beans. Now we are going to close the beans. This schema we need to add for this beans tag. This we need to add. You guys are with me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why I'm saying in the sense XML document will not work either without DTD or schema. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Next step. Okay. Now, okay, but from where we are copying the schema? We are copying the schema from outside and we are pasting here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay, but instead of going for this, because whenever we are creating the XML document, did we get any schema? No.
No, sir.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, in this Eclipse, we can add one plugin. The plugin is called STS plugin, guys. What is that? STS. STS stands for Spring Tool Suite. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
You guys are with me? Spring Tool
Yes.
Suite. Just add this plugin. Okay. Anyone is having Eclipse with you now? Vijay, you're having your Eclipse? Eclipse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just can you show your presenter now? Fast.
Yeah. Sure.
Ajay, please take your Eclipse immediately.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Show me your Eclipse. Now, in your Eclipse, okay, right click on any project, mdemo, right click on the mdemo. Okay. Go to the new, other, just type Spring, Spring. Are you able to see Murali, Ajay?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see any option if when you type
Yes, sir.
Spring?
No, sir.
No, we are not able to see any options over there. Cancel it. Ajay, cancel it. Click on the cancel.
Okay.
Go to the Windows, Now we are going to add now STS plugin, guys. Spring tool suite. Are you able to see on top there is a window option?
Yeah.
Click on the window option. Not window. Go to the help option. Hey, please note down the steps, guys. You are not seeing the videos every time. Are you able to see Eclipse Marketplace? Last but one option. Ajay, Murali, you are following?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just please note down these all the options. Go to the Eclipse Marketplace. In the Eclipse Market, now what we are doing, we are adding some plugins now. Are you able to see there is an option called Find option? There's a Find option. Just type STS. Search. Beside that, there's a search will be there. Search icon will be there.
Yeah.
Once you type the enter key, are you able to see, guys, STS? Don't go. Wait. Come a little bit down. Second option, STS. Full green color. 3.7.3. You're able to see?
Yes, sir.
Ajay?
Yes, sir.
3.7.3. Just install that. Yeah, install. Okay, it will take some time. It's going to be installed now. This called Spring Tool Suite we are going to install. You guys are with me?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once you install, when you are installing Vijay, it will ask the confirmation. Just say I confirm. Okay, just say
Okay.
it will be installed automatically. After installing, it will ask, okay, restarting Eclipse. Just restart it. You guys,
Okay.
after restarting, just let me know.
Okay.
Now it will ask, look at now it's asking, come down, confirm. What happened?
I mean, this GoToMeeting window, navigation bar is coming. Yeah. Okay.
Are you able to see down confirm option? Confirm. Okay. It will take some time. Okay, meanwhile I'll go with that.
Okay.
You can do, right?
Yeah, I will do
Yes,
it.
sir.
Sometimes it will ask that installation. It will take some time. Don't touch anything. After completing everything, the system will ask you restarting Eclipse. Just restart that. You understand
Okay.
why
Sure.
Spring Tool Suite? Once you install that, okay, when in the just now, whenever he typed Spring, he's not seeing any options. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Ajay, Murali, we are not seeing any
Yes, sir.
options. But now look at now. Already I installed now. New, okay, new, other, not here. Right click on the SRC project. New, other. Just look at now. Typing Spring. When you type the Spring, are you able to see some options? After you install the plugin, you also will see like this. There is some options. In this one, are you able to see second option is called Spring Bean configuration file.
Yes, sir.
Spring Bean configuration file. Spring classes. We are
Yes, sir.
calling it called Spring Bean classes. Spring Bean configuration file. Next. Okay, I'm giving the file name here. Please note down this spring.xml. Spring.xml. Next. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spring.xml. Are you able to see here there are different kinds of schemas here? Okay, the schemas
Yeah.
will
Yes,
come
sir.
once we added the dependencies. I want beans. What is this? Beans.
Yeah.
As of now, I
Yes.
want beans. Next, finish. One XML file is going to be created. Now tell me, what is the difference between the previous one and this one?
Everything is kept ready over here.
Here everything is ready. Yes or no? In the previous example, only XML document is created without schema. But now XML document is created with schema. We no need to copy from any location. You understood, Ajay, Vijay, Murali?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only major difference, guys. Nothing other than that. Okay. Now, which schema we added now? Bean schema we added. If you want to add some other schema, in the future, I'm going to explain to you. Okay. In the down, there's this option is called namespace. Okay. I want to add C schema. Okay. I want to add context schema. Okay. Now go to the source. Are you able to see C schema, context schema?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
this.
sir.
whatever schema you want. I'll explain to you. What schema contains? Schema contains the tags which you are going to use. Yes or no? I cannot use the tags directly, right? If you want to use
Yes,
the
sir.
tags, first we need to add a schema. Now, as of now, I'm added only bean schema. That's it. Now, in this beans, okay, I'm going to create an object now. There's a tag is called bean. Beans is a root tag. Bean is a sub tag. Okay, in this one, ID. One option is called ID. Second option is called class. Okay, ID, I'm going to write EMP. Class, I'm going to get the fully qualified name, com.info.core.employee. Is it clear now? Which is similar to, okay, which is similar to creating an object. Employee EMP equal to new, you guys are with me? New employee. Tell me, how to create an object by using Spring? By using which tag? Fast.
Web app.
Bean.
Tag. Why web app came into the picture?
Bean.
Bean tag.
Bean.
How many attributes it contains?
2.
2. What is the first attribute?
ID.
ID. Second attribute?
Class.
You should speak, guys. You should speak. ID is nothing but reference. Class is nothing but your object. Are you following now?
Okay.
Okay. The moment you configure like this, okay, you are not creating an object. The Spring container will create an object automatically. That's called IOC container. IOC container will create an object. Okay. If you want to create one more object, create one more bean. You understood now? It's an EMP2.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, IOC container will create how many objects now?
2 objects.
2 objects. Now you want to read this XML document. If you want to read this XML document, okay, we are not creating an object like this now. Okay, we are reading an object XML document by using application context. Application context is an it's an interface container equal to new class path XML application context. This statement we need to add. I'll tell you what is an advantage of these things in the future. Okay, to read the XML document, we are creating an object for the application context. Okay, on top of class path XML application context by passing Spring configuration file name as a parameter, spring.xml. Is that clear now what I'm trying to say? Now, what is an application context? If you want to know that, application context. Internet is very slow. Okay, leave it. Observe this. Application context. By seeing this, tell me what is an application context?
It's an interface.
It's an interface. Are you able to see I?
Yes, sir.
Not tell me. Application context is an interface. Can I create an object for the application context now?
Yeah.
It's an interface. It's an interface.
We cannot create. We can just assign reference.
What we can create? Can I create the reference now?
Reference.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, for this, there are some implementation classes are there. There are so many implementation classes are there. One of the implementation class called class path XML application context. You guys are with me? Now, whenever you are creating an object for this, we are passing spring.xml as a parameter or Spring configuration file. Now, what happens in this line? Whenever you are writing this statement like this, one container object is going to be created. Keep in mind this. One container object is going to be created. Container object is going to be created and reads spring.xml file and reads spring.xml file. Not only that, after reading the spring.xml file, creates objects for the configured things. Creates configured objects. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who will take care about this entire thing? This entire thing is taken care of by the IOC container. That thing is happening in this line, guys. Clear, right? After this, okay, once objects are created, those objects are placed into one location, factory location. Now we want to read that from there. Container dot, there is a method is called get bean. What's the method?
Get bean.
Get bean. Now, how many references you are having? You are having 2 references, EMP, EMP2. We have to use that references. I am saying that EMP. I'm getting employee object directly. Employee, employee. Employee, employee. Look at now, it's showing the some error. Why it's showing the error? Get bean returns object type. Okay, what it returns? Object type. What we are expecting? Employee type. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Get bean returns object type, but we are expecting employee type. So that we need to do the typecasting. Okay, do the typecasting, employee. I'm done. After that, employee dot print employee. Tell me, did I create any object?
No.
No, sir.
Did I create any employee object?
No.
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 Okay, who created? Spring Framework created. Spring Framework created and placed into one location. Okay, just we have configured that. What we want, just we configured, and we are getting an object. Forget about this first line. We'll spend some time on this first line later point of time. Just focus on only these two lines, guys. Now, right click, run as Java application. Observe this, printing employee came or not?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, print
Yes, sir.
employee. Keep in mind that. Okay. Now I want to get a second object. Yeah, why not? Employee 2 equal to container dot get which method?
Get bean.
Bean
EMP.
employee 2 object. Yeah. Yeah. Still it's showing the error.
Employee. The employee object.
Typecast.
Typecasting.
We did typecasting. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hey, make the technology very simple, guys. Treat the technology as a simple. Don't create like a complicated things. Okay, right hand side it's giving object, left hand side is employee, so that we need to typecast. Yes or no? Now tell
Yes,
me
sir.
how to do the typecasting. First, Francis,
Francis.
yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? This is one way of typecasting. Another way of typecasting is in the second parameter itself, just pass employee dot class. I'm done. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
This is another way of typecasting here. Second way of typecasting. Okay. The first one is reference, which object you want. The second one is type of the object. Then employee 2 dot print employee. Right click, run as Java application. Printing employee. Understood, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
No. Yeah. Done. Now look at now. I'm going to delete these all things now. Tell me how to do that. I want to write simple demo. Tell me step by step. I'm deleting all things now. Yeah. First, step 1. Creating Maven project. Come on, guys.
File.
Creating Maven project. Step 2. Adding required libraries. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Added the libraries also. Which library we added?
Spring context.
Which dependency we added? Spring context. Okay.
In context.
From where you are taking this dependency? From where you are taken?
From the MBN website.
Good say. Good one. Maven repository. MBN website. Okay. Done that one also. Third step. Creating Java class. You guys are with me? Creating
Yes, sir.
Java class from the package com.info.core. Finish. I create one Java class. Is it clear now? Java class. Inside the Java class, I'm creating some variables. That's okay. Public, some method, void, print, employee. You guys are with me? For your section again, typing. Try to understand this. Printing employee. Yeah, done. Okay, done this one also. Next, creating configuration file, new, other.
Other
What we are going to type? Spring. Which option?
bean configuration.
Bean
Spring
configuration
Bean
file.
configuration.
Please try to understand this. Again, I'm repeating the concept. Okay, the file name will be spring.xml.
XML.
Next. Okay, which schema you want? Basic schema.
Bean.
The beans.
Bean schema. Which schema? Bean
Beans.
schema. Okay, why bean schema? Bean tag is available in the bean schema. You are understanding? Finish. Okay, now what is the root tag here? Beans. Now I want to change this. Can I change? Now I want to write my own tag. Bean. What do you want to write in the bean tag? ID.
ID.
Next.
Yeah.
class com dot info dot core dot employee. It's a fully qualified name we should give. ID. I'm going to write EMP. Now what we have done now? We have configured one employee object. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But who will create an employee object?
Spring
Ah,
IOC.
Spring IOC container will create an object. Yes or no? And place in
Yes,
one
sir.
location that we need to take class. Okay, just I'm going to take client test employee. Right, I'm taking the main method. What happened to this? Yeah, it's a main method. Yes or no? Right. Okay. Now I want to create an object. You want to create an object like this? You want to create an object like this, or you want to go for Spring approach?
Spring.
Spring approach.
Spring approach. If a Spring approach, first we need to read the XML file. If you want to read the XML file, create an object for the application context. But because of interface, I cannot create an object for that. Yes or no? It's a container object. We are calling it a container object. New class path, XML
XML.
application context. Whenever you are creating an object, you should pass your configuration
Dot
file name as a parameter, spring.xml. Is that clear now? After that, container dot get bean. Which reference you want? EMP. I want to do the typecasting here itself. Yes, we can do that. Employee dot class. Okay, go to the first space. I'm getting the employee object. Any doubt till this point? After that, employee dot print employee. Am I clear now? At the end, if you want to close the container, you can close the container also. But here I cannot close like this. I'll tell you later how to close. Yeah, is it clear now? Right click, run as Java application. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Okay, if you want to close this, we can close the application like this. Actually, we need to connect it to the class path application context container, and we need to place this entire thing, and we need to close like this. Then the close button will come. Or you will see this is an approach, but I'm not following this now. Leave it. Right click, run as Java application. It's working or not?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but simple thing, guys. Are we creating any object, employee object? Did I say any new operator, new employee?
No, sir.
No. Where we have created object, some other location. That's called Spring Bean configuration file. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I can do now, right? Now we are creating in some other location and injecting into my location. That is called dependency injection, guys. Clear now?
Okay.
Now, this dependency injecting. Look at now. Injecting means what you understood. Injecting means, keep in mind this initialization. Is it clear now? Initialization. But we will not do. Who will take care about initialization? Spring will do.
Spring.
Simple one, ma. There is a variable called index. You want to store x equal to some 100. Who stored the value 100 now?
X.
100 value into the x variable. Who stored? We only stored, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of we are storing, Spring will store. That's called injection. You understood now?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Instead of we are storing, Spring will store that value. That is called injection, dependency injection. Yeah, simple. I'll put in a very simple concept. Now I'm saying that injecting
Hello.
yeah. Now look at now injecting values, injecting references, injecting collections. What you understand now? What you understood? Injecting value means Spring is going to inject initializing what? Values. Spring is going to
Values.
initializing what? References. Spring is going to
References.
initializing what? Collections. You guys are with me?
Collections.
Yeah, we'll try
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah. Now look at now. This employee class is having some variables. Employee number, employee name. You guys are with me?
Yes, Kiran.
Employee variables, right? Now, look at now. It's having one constructor, default constructor, and it's having one two-parameter constructor. Right click, source, generate constructor using fields. Okay, it's a two-parameter constructor. You guys are with me? Okay, and I'm
Yeah.
going to setter methods, source. How many ways we can initialize? Can I use the constructor to initialize?
Yeah.
Select setters. I'm selecting only setters. Look at now. Can I use constructor to initialize? What is the purpose of constructor?
To initialize the variables.
Initialize the variable. What is the purpose of setter method?
To assign the values to the
It's also initialization only, right?
variables. Yes, sir.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Come on, guys. We can
Yes, sir.
initialize. We can initialize variables either using
Constructor
constructor or
or
setter.
setters.
You guys are with me? Okay. If you are
Yes, sir.
using constructor for the initialization, I'm calling this called constructor injection. If you are using setter method for that, we are going to use setter. We are calling it called setter injection. You understood now?
Yeah.
Injection means what? Initialization only, right?
Yeah.
Injection
Yes,
means
sir.
initialization, right? Spring supports two kinds of injections. One is called constructor injection. Second one is called setter injection. If you are initializing by using constructor, I'm calling it called constructor injection. If you are initializing by using setter method, we are calling it called setter injection. Setter injection. Go to this place now. Go to this place now. Okay, employee class. Okay, and after that we can write a print method. Instead of going for print method, I'm going for toString method. What is the advantage of toString method? Without calling, it will be executed. Yes or no?
Yeah.
ToString method we don't need to call. Look at now, ToString employee number, employee name. It displays. Only advantage of ToString is why we are calling it an overriding, because it's coming from object class. What is superclass for employee class? Object.
Object.
Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are overriding the toString method and we are displaying the values here now. That's it. Okay, now coming to this place. Did I create an employee object now in the Spring configuration file now? Did I create an employee object?
No, sir.
Spring configuration file. Did I configure anything?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I want to display that now. I got an employee object and I'm displaying the employee object now. Okay, I'm displaying the employee object. The moment you display the employee object, right click, Java application. What is the employee number?
0.
0.
Employee number. Okay, 0. Employee name is what?
Null.
None.
Because we didn't supply any values. Now go to the bean tag. It's in the bean tag. There is a tag is called property. What is that?
Property.
Property tag.
Property. The property name is employee number value equal to 1001. One more property employee name value equal to just I'm going to write Kiran. Just we are supplying, but we are not injecting. But who will inject that? Spring Framework will inject that. Is that clear now? Now look at now right click run as Java application. Are you able to see employee number equal to 1001, employee name equal to Kiran?
Yeah.
You
Yes,
can
sir.
help me. But we didn't initialize
Yes,
guys.
sir.
We didn't initialize. Spring Framework will initialize that. Just we are supplying that now. But which one it will use? Which tag we used?
Property.
Property tag. Go to the employee class. We'll check whether it is using constructor injection or it's using setter injection. We'll try that. I can say employee, okay, int comma string. It is constructor. System.out.println. I can say set employee number. Right. I want to show you which methods are executing. Set employee name. I want to show you. Go to test employee, right click, Java application. Tell me which methods executed.
Setters.
Setters methods. Now tell me.
Setter methods.
Okay, now tell me. Spring is implementing setter injection or constructor injection?
Setter injection.
Setter injection. Spring is implementing setter injection. How it is implementing? By using which tag? Property tag.
Property.
By using property tag, you guys are with me? By using property tag, Spring will implement. Okay, Spring will implement setter injection. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No, I want to go for constructor injection. Comment it. Go for constructor arg. In this constructor arg, no need to mention the variable. No need to mention the variable. Okay, just mention directly value. Constructor flexibility, because in the constructor always by default first variable will be there. Value. Here I'm going to write Ajay. You guys are with me? Right click, run as Java application. Are you able to see now? Setter method
Yes,
or
sir.
constructor?
Constructor.
Constructor. Not on me. Spring is going to inject the values how many ways?
2 ways.
2 ways. What is the first way?
Setter method and
Setter injection. Second
second one is
constructor injection.
constructor.
Use the words properly, guys. Use the words properly. Spring will
Okay,
use
sir.
setter injection or constructor injection
Construction.
to initialize the values or references or collection or collection. Keep in mind this.
Construction.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Okay, now how the setter injection is going to be implemented? By using property tag. How constructor injection is going to be implemented? By using constructor arg tag. Constructor arg tag. Okay, if you want to specify the variable names in the constructor arg tag, you can specify name, employee number, but it's not required, it's optional. Name, I can specify employee name. Right click, run as Java application. That's up to you. But it's optional because the standard approach is by default it will follow the naming convention. Clear, right? Suppose if you write Ajay first and the number later, suppose if you write like this, but what's your constructor order? First integer, then yes or no? First integer, then string. But what we are passing, first string, then integer. Yes or no? Right click, run as Java application. It will show the exception. Are you able to see exception now?
Yes, sir.
What is the exception? Number format exception.
Number format.
Because the string cannot convert into the integer. Ajay cannot convert into the integer because in your constructor, what is the first parameter?
Employee number.
Employee number. What is the
Should
type
be
of
first.
that?
Yes. Integer.
Integer. Can you store Ajay in integer?
No, sir.
No, that's what number format exception. In such cases, if you want to write like this, then we have to mention index. It is index 1, it is index 0. Then system will treat that the second parameter is the first parameter, the first parameter is the second parameter. You guys are with me? Look at now, perfect. Okay, if you don't want these all the confusions, just remove this and just write simply 2001 and Ajay. Enough. Any questions now?
Okay, sir.
What we are injecting till now? What we are injecting till now?
The setter method and the constructor.
What we injected, not how we injected. Vijay, Murali, what we injected, ma values only na? Why silent?
Values.
Till now we injected values. Now I want to inject the reference now. I'm creating one class called address class. Vijay, you are following?
Yeah.
Murali,
Yes, sir.
address now. Okay, just I'm going to take string, tweet, string, city. It's having two variables. One address class default constructor. Only thing is, guys, same concept core Java only. But only thing is, we are not initializing, we are not doing anything. Everything is taken by the Spring framework. Only what we should focus only the configurations. Keep in mind this. Try to understand this. Okay. Right click, source, generate return setters, select setters, set street, set city. Okay, and I'm going to add toString method for that. toString method is for we are not calling, it displays as this address. Is it clear now till this point? Any questions in the address class? Any questions in the address class?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now go to the employee, look at the employee class along with the employee name, just creating one address. Address. Okay, just creating one address. Now in this parameter, I'm going to take the address also. Address, address. In the last parameter, this dot address equal to address. Okay, I'm going to write one setter method here. These lines I'm commenting now. Yeah. Okay. Just I'm going for setter method. Right click, source, generate, select setters, address. Right. Just remove this toString method. Right click, source, toString method. Yeah. Look at now what we're displaying now. Employee number, employee name, and address. Yes or no? Come on, guys. Employee class contains how many variables now?
Three.
Three variables. What the first?
Three variables.
What the first variable?
Employee number.
Number. Second variable.
Employee
Employee name.
name.
Third variable.
Address.
Address. Okay. Now go to this class. Employee class. In employee class, but how many variables we are initializing? You understood it? Constructor arg and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going with the property tag now. Tell me how many variables we are initializing now?
You are initialized now three variables, sir.
Hey, we are initializing three variables here. Why you are saying blindly?
No, sir. Here two, but now we are going to initialize three.
We are going to initialize three. How many variables employee class contains now? Three variables, right?
Yes, sir.
Murali, Ajay, speak out, guys. Only Ajay is speaking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many variables employee class contains? Three variables. How many
Three
variables we are
variables.
initializing? Two
Two.
variables. Yes or no?
Variables.
But we need to initialize one more variable also, right? Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
is
sir.
the variable? Address. What is the value of the address? Do you think that's a primitive type? Do you think that's a primitive type? No. Address is an object, right? Come on, guys. In employee number, I can store integer value. In employee name, I can store string value. But in address, what we can store? Address of object, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys.
Address.
Yes or no? Because of that reason. So that if you want to initialize the address variable, first we need to create one more bean. That bean is called address bean. You guys are with me? You are not understanding the concept.
Alright.
You are understanding the
Understand.
concept now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
how many
sir.
variables it contains? Two variables, street, value equal to just contract highway. Okay, one more property that's called city. Just I'm going to value, I'm going to Hyderabad. Yeah, I'm done. Now here, instead of value, there we are going to use the attribute is called reference. What is the attribute we are using?
Reference.
Reference.
Okay, I'm going to give the address of this ADDR reference so that this address bean is referring to this address object. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Not tell me. What employee number contains now?
Value.
Tell me the value. What employee number contains?
1000.
1001. What employee name
1001.
contains?
Kiran.
Kiran.
Kiran. What address contains? Address contains this address object, which
Yeah.
contains street, city. Street is highway, city is Hyderabad. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
called injecting references. Look at now, REF, injecting reference. Address is a reference or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at now. Look at now. Employee number, employee name, address details of this. Suppose if you are not injecting this, if you are not setting the third property, then address becomes null. Are you able to see address is null? You guys are with
Yeah.
me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm decorating the toString method. The toString method I'm displaying the employee number equal to employee name equal to. After that I'm going to write a backslash n. Address is not required. Plus address. This is not required. Yeah, I'm done. Go to the address class. This entire hangama is not required. Read. Okay. /t city. This entire hangama is not required. Yeah, I'm done. Look at now. What is the address?
Null.
Null. Okay, but I want to inject that. If you want to inject this, that we need to set the property address. Okay, we need to write value or we need to write reference.
Reference.
Reference of address. The above being. This we are going to inject. Right click, run as Java application. You understood now how we are injecting values, how we are injecting the references now?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, not on me. What are the major features of Spring? Major two features of Spring.
Dependency injection and IOC
Injection
container.
and IOC container.
I
Yes
will
or
say
no?
container.
What is the meaning of injection?
Inject variables, references, and
Injection means, put in very simple way, injection means initialization.
Initialization.
yeah,
The initialization we are doing or Spring Framework is doing?
Spring framework.
Spring Framework. Okay, how many ways Spring Framework is doing now? How many ways it's doing?
3 ways.
Hey, how many ways?
2 ways. 2 ways.
Okay, what is the first way?
Constructor.
By using constructor.
Constructor injection. How it is implementing constructor injection? By using which tag?
Through the tag. Constructor
Constructor.
Second way is what?
setter method.
Injection. How we are implementing setter injection? By using which tag?
Property.
Property tag.
Tag. Okay, till now what we injected? We injected the values, we injected references. Right? I'm stopping here. In the next class, we are going to do how to inject. I'll tell you how to inject the collections. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I'm not taking more time because of you are not doing the practice regularly. You're not catching up me. Otherwise, I would have taken like last week or last 2 weeks. How I've taken the classes 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Actually, I plan to take like that, but you people are not understanding properly. You guys are with me? Okay, just practice
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
examples. Try to complete a front control mechanism and try to practice this start. You start the practice in this first. First practice this, then go for other things now. But now onwards, you should work with only springs.
Okay, sir.
Leave it. Whether how you are going to practice the old ones, that's up to you. Okay, please you should practice.
Okay,
You are sucking up with small things only. Okay, just practice all the things and start with the spring. Keep in mind this, you should
Okay, sir.
create projects, at least you should create a project with Mavens and you should start with Spring. Because tomorrow I'm going to complete all the Spring core concepts. Then I'm going to start with the Spring MVC. Again you will struggle. Are you following now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It should not be like that. Please keep in mind this. Okay. And keep in mind this, how much you are going to practice, that much depth I will go. Otherwise I'll stop there itself. Please try to understand that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Bye. And one more thing is, please all of you join in time. 5:30 a.m. IST sharp.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. Bye.